Hello beautiful people, welcome to my May 2025 bullet journal setup in a square journal for the first time ever. This one's from RavenMoonCreates. It's a green vegan leather cover with the mushroom and moon design on the front. It also has this cute little moon charm as well as the green bead. It did have a mushroom charm as well, but my cat liked that one, so I don't have it anymore. So I've set up a couple of start pages in this journal just to try and get my head around the size a little bit. It's quite a bit different to the B5 I'm used to using. So I've created a pocket on this left side just to store my grid spacing ruler and anything else I might need to pop in there. And this little decoration is actually a backing card from the sticker pack I used. I thought it was a cute little extra bit. We've got my year at a glance on this side. Flipping over, we've got our future log with the mini calendars so I can see which date falls on which day for each month. And then a self-care bingo board because I thought, why not? Since it's a square journal, it seemed perfect. And then on this right hand side, we're going to start our May setup. The supplies I'm going to be using today are my Tombows, the 451, the N95 and the 491. I'll also be using this blue jewel tip brush pen that I got from Tombow I think, and my Unipin fine liner in a 03, as well as these cloud washies that I got from Journalsay. They'll be linked in the description along with all the other supplies I use, and these stickers which are also from Journalsay. Okay, so we're going to be doing a blue rainy days theme. I've printed out my headings for this month because I really like this kind of wet, watery font, but I was not going to be writing that everywhere. So I've cut that out and put that one on here, and then add a bit of decoration to the cover page. Here in Australia it's the middle of autumn, so we're nearly at those rainy winter days. It seemed like an appropriate time for this theme. So I've just printed my headings onto sticker paper and I'm cutting them out just with scissors. I could use my Cricut, but I decided it was easier just to cut them out by hand this time. It took me quite a while to really figure out how to use this journal. I think I'm going to like it, but it's quite a bit shorter than my B5, but also quite a bit wider, so that took some thinking and I'm still not 100% sure. I like how I've set the things out this month, but it's okay. Experimenting, getting into that creative headspace is all part of the process, I guess. I do really like this journal though. It's got 160 GSM paper that I've become used to in the After Olive journals I was using. The dot grid's a little bit lighter though, which I do quite like. And this space at the bottom, I'm just putting a quote. I've gone ahead and penciled that in because you do not need to watch me do that. It took me a little while. And I'm just going to write that in with my Tombow food and Oscar. I think we might just speed that up a little bit so you don't have to sit for too long watching me write. So I really like this quote. Those who say sunshine brings happiness haven't ever danced in the rain. I found it on the internet, but I can't find an original source for it, so if anyone knows where this quote is from, please let me know in the comments so I can give credit where credit is due. And that is pretty much our cover page done. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. And now we'll flip over and do our May at a glance. So I've decided to go with the calendar layout this month again. There's heaps of room for doing a calendar in this journal, so I figured it would be crazy not to. I'm just ruling my lines in with the fine line end of that pen from Tombow. These boxes are 8 spaces by 7 spaces, so that should give me plenty of room to write whatever I need to write in there. I don't tend to write heaps on this calendar anyway, and that still leaves you plenty of space for decoration around the outside, even with this 5-week month. Unfortunately, this exact design journal is not available on RavenMoonCreates anymore, but she has another one which is very similar, so I will link that in the description below. And she's got all sorts of other journals in other sizes as well, so definitely pop over and have a look. It's a small women-owned business, one woman show, so give her some support if you're looking for any supplies that she may be able to help you out with. Now I'm just going in with my Tombow 491 and just highlighting those spaces where the dates will be written. I'm not sure how well it shows up on camera, but it's definitely there and makes a difference in real life. And then I'll just go through with my fine liner and write the dates in there after. So this will pop a bit of decoration on. I really like these cloud stickers. They've got quite a bit of detail in there that you probably can't really see on camera. And in this space here, I'm just going to put in some second line highlights in that Tombow again. It just gives me a little space to write any important dates or any thoughts or events that I want to take particular note of during the month, as well as filling in that space without making the page look too crowded and over busy. And that's our calendar spread for the month done. So flipping over, we're now going to do my monthly dashboard, and on the right hand side will be my habit and mood trackers. Just going to pop in these heading stickers first, and while I've got them out I'll put all of them on for both pages, and then we'll come back and finish filling out this dashboard side first of all. This monthly dashboard is something I've been doing in my journal every month consistently for a while now. Just gives me somewhere to track all my bills that are due, any tasks that need to be done just sometime in the month but not on a specific day or week. The space down the bottom for tasks that I do every single week so I don't have to keep rewriting them, and any phone calls I need to make during the month as well. As you can see, I did make a little mistake there, but just an offcut of that sticker paper covers that up pretty quickly without adding any real bulk to my journal. I do like to do my second line highlights before I do my ruling in if I can help it, just to decrease the risk of the Tombow running and dragging any of the ink from my pens across into the colour. Especially with these cheaper pens, I'm not 100% sure how well they'll perform with the Tombow going over the top of them. Now, I didn't want to rule any lines around my to-do list, but it looked quite open, so I've just gone ahead and popped in the dot marks already so that it just separates it out a little bit. And that leaves quite a lot of space for writing. So depending on how long your tasks are or how big your writing is, you could just split that into 2 columns and have a extra long to-do list. Now this tracker side, half of it's going to be my habits and half of it's going to be my mood. So I'm going to go ahead and just do half of the grid in that blue Tombow again. And then I'm going to do the second half of the grid with my grey N95. Ties in quite nicely with the blue, but also makes it really easy for me to see where I switch from habits to moods when I'm filling in the tracker. Now, both of these pages are going to be quite full with information by the end of the month, so I didn't want to have a lot of decoration taking up space. As you can see, these actual functional parts take up the majority of the page, even in this wider square journal. But I will add just a little bit of decoration around those outside edges, which I do like about this journal, because this page definitely doesn't have space for decoration in a narrower journal. But first, just putting in the little labels for the habits and moods that I want to track. As you can see, my mood tracker has quite a bit more than a general mood tracker. That's because it's also got some symptoms and other bits and pieces that I need to track because of health conditions. And just add my final touches of decoration and we're just about done. I do really like this washi. I like the fact that it's already pre-cut with the cloud shape at the bottom. I tend to rip my washi often to get a more natural edge to it, so this saves that one step extra, I guess. I think it looks pretty effective. And that's our dashboard and tracker page done. So now we'll turn over and we'll set up a content tracking page on the left, just for all the things I need to create and post, and the right will be a one-liner date page. So this page is just going to have a space for all of my YouTube content that I need to do several steps for, so that box is a bit larger than the others, and then just a box for each week for the other platforms like Instagram, the content that I want to post on those. Usually I like to have the YouTube box a bit bigger because obviously that content has quite a few more steps to it than just a photo for Instagram. However, in a second you'll see that I've realised I've rolled this up as if there were 4 weeks in May, not 5. So I'm just going to whack an extra line in there and move that label across, and I guess I'm just going to have to write a bit smaller or use some shorthand for my YouTube stuff this month. Now this one line a day page is just literally what it says, one line for each day of the month. You can use it as a gratitude log, a memory keeper, anything really. For me it tends to be a bit of a catch-all of all of those things, whatever it is for that particular day that I feel is something I needed to remember. And as you'll see just there, I realised I had left a line out on my calendar when I rolled it up earlier, but I fixed that, so that's all good too now. Just a little bit more decoration to this page. I don't necessarily need the full width of the lines for every single day, so we can add a little bit of decoration down the side here, and I think I'll still have heaps of room to write. And that's that page done. So now we're turning over and we're going to set up the first weekly spread for the month of May, and it's the only one I'm going to do in this video. So I've broken the page up basically the same way I did for the content page, with 3 boxes across on this side in 2 rows. So that'll give me 6 boxes, and on the other side I'll have my 7th box for the days of the week, as well as an 8th box to put down things for the following week, and my to-do list will go over there as well. Now I'm not going to set up any other weeklies for this month until I've actually used this spread, just because the space is so different to what I'm used to, and I'm not 100% sure if this is necessarily going to be the right layout. Now for this to-do list, I didn't want it to be blue and I didn't want it to be grey, because both those colours are already on this page, so instead I've mixed the 2 together. Another bonus of using those Tombows, they do blend quite well. So I've just got a blue grey there that ties in perfectly to the theme, because it is literally a mixture of the 2 main colours. Again, just using that fine liner end from the Timu pen for my lines, and adding in those sticker labels with that same font again. And I really like how these labels turned out, and I will continue to use them, although I'm not sure about these little ones for the days of the week. They're quite fiddly. I did actually print out ones with numbers for the dates as well, but after doing all of these days of the week I decided I couldn't be bothered with the fiddly tiny little cutting out, so instead I'm just going to go through and write the dates. And then just to decorate this page up, all the functional stuff's there now, so you can add the washi in again just for the cohesiveness across the theme, and I'll add a couple more of those PET stickers from Journalsay as well. I really like that this theme is so cohesive and didn't require a great deal of effort to get it all to tie in well together, just by keeping it simple, using the same elements across each spread, same colours, that washi, and these cute little stickers. So that's pretty much this page done. We've just got to add these dots to my to-do list just to make that look a little bit more complete, and we're finished with our first weekly spread of May. So just flipping forward past all the other pages that will be for weeklies, we've just got one more page to set up in this video. That's my brain dump page. This page isn't going to have a lot on it because most of it obviously is going to be used for writing, so I need to leave plenty of space because there's lots going on in my brain that needs to get written down during the month. Just a little bit of decoration because I do like to have the page tie in with the theme, even though no one ever sees this page except me, because no one wants to know the crazy things that happen inside my brain. Just a little heading at the top and a couple of elements of decoration just to keep it all cohesive, and then we are done. Just turning back for our flip through. I'm really happy with how this theme turned out. I'm sure I will learn to love the square journal once I get used to the sizing. And if you'd like to see more content, please head over to Instagram at Beeutiful_crafts, or check out one of the videos that I'm sure are about to pop up on your screen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!